Every situation teaches us something. I'm sure we've all heard this multiple times in our lives. COVID-19, a pandemic, is clearly a common situation all of us around the world are facing at the moment. So I'm sure this situation is also teaching us a lot of lessons. In this video, you will see people all around the world talk about their lessons during this state of isolation. But before that, let me start off with mine. One big lesson that I have learned is not to take anything for granted. A thing that may appear really small today might be a big thing tomorrow. So it's in the moment that you have to enjoy everything that comes to you.
During this pandemic, one of the biggest lessons I've learned so far is the importance of looking after myself, looking after my mind, looking after my body. Because right at the beginning of when this all started, I was trying to be so productive and I wanted to do a million things and I had a list of things I wanted to achieve, and I slowly started to realise that I can just take my time.
During this period of global isolation, one of the things I've learned is to really appreciate what we have around us. So much has changed. Even something like meeting my friends for a simple meal now seems like such a luxury. And with my daughter just born about 2 weeks ago, bringing her to visit my parents now seems like the biggest luxury of all. And of course, with that said, for everything that we take for granted, there are countless people who are risking their lives for us. So let's appreciate their efforts by doing what we can to stop the virus.
I think the thing I learned the most during quarantine is to enjoy the little things in life, like being able to take short walks outside and exploring my neighborhood and the surroundings.
The most valuable lesson I've learned during this time of quarantine is the indomitable power of application. There's so much you are capable of once you truly apply yourself. Not at 80%, but 100 and even 150%. I've started several business ventures during this time of quarantine and they've all been successful only because I've applied myself so hard. That is what I've learned during this time.
Hi. So few things I learned staying in isolation are not many people know how to live alone or how to be alone with their thoughts. I see a lot of people struggling and I'm thankful that I've learned to live my life.
So lately during this total lockdown thing, I haven't been able to do much, but I have been able to find cooking as something to help me pass my time. I usually just see my parents cooking something at the kitchen, so then I just walk over and ask if I can help. Or making my own things sometimes, maybe I can sometimes I like to make sandwiches to give to my brother. And yeah, that's what I do while I'm cooking.
We had self-quarantine in January and February. I would say what I learned is don't let fear get to me. Back then, I was worried constantly, so my mom noticed I was moody. She was pretty positive and she told me that being worried and being scared is not gonna change the situation. So after that, I try to face this situation more positively. Yeah, I think all in all, there are and there will always be many things we cannot control.